After two frustrating losses, to say the least, itong Stallion Laguna FC would want to definitely get back on track against Loyola FC as we welcome you to this Sunday doubleheader in your Philippines Football League 2024-2025 and the live broadcast presentation hatid sa atin ng Match Day Media na papanood po sa Facebook, sa YouTube, and on Premier Football for those who have it. Magandang hapon po sa kanilang lahat. Levi Verora on the call as we bring you match number 26 in just a short while, and we do have a double header for this Sunday's late, and mamaya makikita natin yung Davao naman going up against Manila Digger FC, to contending teams in our early season so far. Bagamat nangalati na tayo into the first round, pero let's focus our attention on Stallion Laguna and Loyola. Sila ang maghaharap rito. Kickoff at 4 p.m. and that's happening in just a short while. Let's take a look at the updated league table here para makita natin nasa na ba yung Stallion and Loyola. Of course, Stallion on the outside looking in sa ating league table as far as the top 4 clubs are concerned. So a good opportunity for them na makaangat pa and tie Manila Digger as far as that number 4 slot is concerned. Loyola, of course, quite a challenging season for them to say the least so far. They have only one win, that was against Mendiola FC 1991, number 9 in your league table. And now let's turn your attention to the starting 11 lineups for both teams. Unahin na natin yung Stallion Laguna. Nakausap nga natin si Coach Ernie Nieras some changes here. But particularly, ibinaba muna si Magson Dorado. He is nursing, he's quite banged up but familiar suspects here. So it's a different formation for Coach Ernie. Mukhang switch sila sa 4-4-2 here. Quite more compact in the middle. Iniiwan si Finn McDaniel and Juan Galiano Trujillo doon sa itaas for their offensive exploits. And now, let's focus on Loyola FC. Yun naman kanilang 11 to start the match. Not much substitutions either for Coach Roxy Dorlas. Ito ang itsura ng Loyola FC. They will play 4-3-3 here, and well, the familiar names on your screen. So Rico Andes, the top goal scorer for the squad, and then you have the likes of Kurt Dizon, Francis Tacardon, Ivan Wano, and dyan naman sa likod si John Clyde Vitualia, Pedro Forosuelo, Paolo Pavone. Si Jesse Semblante lang ang nag-iisang goalkeeper dito for Loyola. So going to be a tough challenge for him to try and really contain the attacks of Stallion along with the back 4. And nabanggit nga natin, only 5 substitutions for Loyola. Medyo kulang-kulang ang tao rito ngayon ni Coach Roxy. And so that's also going to be a challenge as we are moments away from the pre-match pleasantries as well as the official march in. So ibigay na natin ang inyong feed to the field here inside the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. Kick off in just a short while, so keep it here. This is the Philippines Football League 2024-2025 season. Stallion Laguna in their immaculate white for this afternoon, and the royal blue naman para sa Loyola FC as we have a good look at our Supreme Court, so to speak here, our match officials for the afternoon. And ayan po ang Loyola on your screens. And again, in contrast, nakaputi naman ang Stallion. We have, of course, Matthew Nieras wearing the captain's armband. Christian Schaffner, Abe Placito making up that back four as well. Ricky Sandra also getting the start here. But again, the focus here is really a different formation for Laguna. And so perhaps just a change in the approach here, and also bibigyan ng pagkakataon yung ibang mga manlalaro. And the lead referee here is Raymart De Los Santos. The assistants are Willimor Francisco and Kim Zoren Abuel. The fourth official is Chris Mel Kayabyab. The referee assessor is Christian Dale Soriano, and your match commissioner is Ira Ilan. Moments away from the start of this fixture, Stallion trying to really recover that form and secure more points as their campaign continues here. Loyola, of course, on the other hand, well, after challenging Kaya, that was a close margin for the defending two-time winners. 3-2 was the score. An encouraging effort here for Loyola, to say the least, and yun yung susubukan nilang gawin rin against another heavyweight contender in Stallion. Stallion, of course, they made the AFC Cup twice. They were second runners-up in the league. Kinakapos lang ng kaunti itong Stallion, but definitely in the mix as far as the contenders are concerned. If you're talking about teams who have the legitimate shot of taking home the PFL silverware, isa ang Stallion sa hindi mawawala sa conversation na yan. Loyola, of course, it's a different look for them as always. A younger squad. It's not the Loyola of old, and always a step in the right direction for them. They have a new partnership, and it can only get better from here, as it looks like Finn McDaniel is going to kick things off here on this Sunday afternoon. Once more, doubleheader in your Philippines Football League. And we're off. It's Finn McDaniel to kick us all off here this afternoon. Bibigay muna sa kanan, and already an errant pass here could lead into an incursion. Takardon moving closer, the cutback, but Loyola will be unable to surprise. Rico Andes overcooks that one. But a great initial effort here, Takardon getting deep into that box, and then the cutback. Maaalala natin, yan din yung dalawang kumonekta against Kaya. Rico Andes, of course, the top goal scorer for Loyola so far sa kanilang kampanya rito in the first round. We'll talk about an inspiring start here for Loyola. At yan rin yung binabantayan ni Coach Ernie rito, the opportunities for Loyola na maka-counter to get, what is described as a Hail Mary of sorts. Well, when you have the ball, definitely there is a chance. Opening few minutes of this contest, and again, glad to have you join us. Mapa Facebook or YouTube platforms, as well as on Premier Football for those of you who have that platform. Stallion now in front, although they lose it to Forosuelo. And that through pass will not find its target. A shaky start here for Stallion, not the kind of start gugustuhin mo, but again, just quite upsetting. Yan yung term na ginamit ni Coach Ernie as far as yung players niya rito. Yung nakaraang dalawang resulta nila. This is a corner delivery. Maganda ang pectus, but no one able to attend to that. Into a throw-in. That one took a deflection from Loyola. Straight into the box once more, but Loyola, kapansin-pansin, just scrambling right away. Compact kaagad yung kahon para sa Loyola. Sila po yung mga nakaasul rito. And again, the clearance. Will this be a running start? It seems like it. But dispossessed right away. Quite a different look here for Stallion. Wala yung iba nilang mga key cogs rito. Back and forth we go right away. Well, each of our teams just trying to secure the possession here early on, opening 4 minutes of the contest. It is a sunny and windy afternoon here in Manila. Of course, the city, kung nasaan ang Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. Medyo makulimlim kanina, but well, it seems na yung mga ulap na nagdadala ng ulan ay dumaan lang sa ibabaw ng Rizal Memorial. A much more sunny look here on the field. They thread that needle, but it's only Abe Placito winning the foot race. They try to clear it, and Placito will opt to send it to Roberto Miguel Llamas, the keeper here for Stallion. No Jason Pepito as well for Stallion. They do have Johnny Campos de Oliveira. Yeras, bigay muna kay Pickering. And Loyola immediately just trapping one of the fullbacks, trying to force that error. Pickering, Sandra, balik kay Charles Pickering. Being bothered here by Takardon. Sila yung magkatapat, and now they send it into the area. But that's been met by Philip Anderson. Si Philip Anderson yung isang naka-score against Kaya for a respectable result for them. 3-2 was the final. And now on the left side, could be a chance. Finn, babalik muna. That's Ricky. And they lose it eventually. Andes trying to keep it alive. He does, but Matthew Nieras got the better. But they're saying it's already out. So Loyola winning a significant amount of distance here to move this ball and bring it dun sa kanilang harapan. Vitualia out of the College of St. Benil being bothered by Ricky Sandra. Not giving any sort of room dito for Vitualia to operate right away. No connection there. Rico Andes trying to find perhaps Burnett. That's Dijumani Burnett, of course. A Placito. That distinct look as well, no? Siya lang yung merong blonde hair rito along with there are a couple actually for Stallion, pero siya yung pinakamalaking mama as far as that description is concerned. Loyola, they send it over to the right. But a great effort by Christian Schaffner to foil that offensive. Bibigay agad kay Sendra. That one took a deflection sa ating referee. So, ibabalik niya lang yan para kay Sendra. Drop ball. It's not a spot case, not a direct free kick from that pag nagkakaroon ng ganon. Hindi naman sadya ng referee, of course. Sendra ipapasa papunta sana sa kanyang isang kakampi. Now Koichi Belgira also getting the start here for Stallion, and then kabilaan sila number 77 Lee Seong Won. Yun yung dalawang kumbaga wingers rito in the 4-4-2. Nieras, Pickering, the right back, and one of the central defenders. Yan ang kanilang connection rito. McDaniel, Belgira. Stallion has the ball up front. Zambrano. McDaniel once more. Heavy on the first touch, and it's picked up, well, for a moment by Kurt Dizon, and eventually Loyola is able to control Andes. But some pressure here from Stallion. Trying to change directions, Ivan Wano. But Abe Placito getting to that ball and sending it back to Roberto Llamas. Placito, Stallion, not really a difficult time for them to build from the back early on. It's just 9 minutes into this one. Sendra. Schaffner, nakaangat Bagya. Schaffner making his move. Zambrano Lopez. One touch, 1-2 intended for Galiana Trujillo. But unfortunately, that does not work that time around. You know, the demographics ng mga foreign reinforcements rito ng Laguna, it's very distinctive, coming from the Americas. Sandra, of course, an Argentinian national, as this could be a transition. Rico Andes, 1-against-1. Loyola strikes first. Rico Andes. Surprise, surprise. Loyola is on the board in the 10th minute. And just the emotion here for Rico Andes. And Pedro and Pinto celebrating with him. That was off a bubbled play from Stallion, of course. A turnover. Tingnan natin kung ano nangyari rito. Just a scramble here. And then Rico Andes does the rest, beating Roberto Llamas. And kadalasan din nila tatawagan ng offside yan coming from transition. Unless it's pretty obvious from the back. Naaagaw rito ng Loyola ang bola. And Rico Andes, that's goal number 5 for him. The striker out of Far Eastern University. Loyola on your screens with the opening goal here. Who would have thought? A solid start here, a promising start for Loyola FC. Lee sends it to Finn McDaniel, but the flag is up. Yun po ang offside. We'll talk about the perfect way to start this match against a contender, Loyola. Nabanggit nga natin kanina, well, this is not the Loyola of old. This is not the Loyola that featured the young husband brothers and the great witches and the Hartmans. It's a totally different look for them. This is really part of building for the future. Kababalik lang ng Loyola, they joined the cup, of course, and then eventually nagtuloy-tuloy na the comeback of sorts here. One of the most established clubs here, of course, in the local club football scene in the Philippines. As that ball goes out, Koichi unable to handle. Medyo tentative pa ang Stallion Laguna rito as they fall down 1 goal. Plenty of time left, to say the least. Well, shades of what happened against Davao, and that was the match particularly na nakaka-frustrate dun sa mga players because they knew they had control of that match in terms of creating chances, in terms of creating possessions. Francis Tacardon hindi na kinuha, alam niyang offside siya doon. Davao Aguilas able to fend off Stallion for a slim 1-0 win, picking up 3 points in the process. And Stallion, of course, gustong makabawi also a defeat against Kaya. That was a dominant showing for Kaya in a battle of two contenders. 5-1 was the final score line. First 5 goals galing sa Kaya. There was just a consolation for Stallion in that match. It was all Kaya from the beginning. Sendra, part of the America's reinforcements here, along with that man, Galeana Trujillo. You also have Zambrano Lopez, and A. Placito, and Roberto Llamas. Mostly these are Americans with Mexican descent, heritage. McDaniel. Finn McDaniel, and clearance made by Philip Anderson. It's going to be a throw in here. It looks like it's Charles Pickering. Bobelo Bahagya will try to send this straight into the danger zone, but it's been met by a Loyola defender. Stallion, they recover. 14 minutes into this one, and Loyola up ahead on a Rico Andes opening strike. They go to the left wing. The lob inside, but no connection. It just sails out into a goal kick for Jesse Semblante. Magson Dorado, of course, is from Brazil. And then you have Terrence Smith from Barbados naman. So mostly ng mga reinforcements rito for Coach Ernie coming from the Americas. Another through pass here, but Llamas this time goes outside of his area to make the denial. Pickering. Stallion really trying to stretch the field here, going to either left or right midfield, and then sa kanila i-involve yung kanilang wingers. Belgira. Balik sa kanya. Pass back muna papunta kay Pickering. Another pass back for Nieras. Matthew Nieras. Abe Placito. Well, definitely Stallion will have to find a way to overcome this deficit here. Kundi talagang magpapatong-patong na yung frustration rito. Coming off 2 defeats already, Stallion. In the middle, nagkasabitan. That's Uano and Pickering. And sabi nila, it's the foul against Uano. Ang napituhan doon is Pickering. Nagkasabitan doon. Well, contact from both sides. Into a free kick here for Loyola. Pinto Noguera, siya na ang umangat rito bahagya. Mag-iiwan lang ng mangilan-ngilang players ang Loyola rito as they get this ball to their attacking half. Anderson, they're trying to invite Laguna to press perhaps. Direct play pa rin ang pinapairal rito, Coach Roxy. Oh, paying off, definitely. And now Stallion, they send a long ball of their own. Nagkasabitan. And it's going to be a foul on Loyola. Stallion will keep the ball here. Lee Seong-won getting entangled there. Another direct free kick here from, well, considerable distance, but it's going to be, well, no one else, of course, but the man who can really just send that ball to the goal from considerable distance. Vin McDaniel sends it straight. It's poked loose by Semblante, and on the rebound, Belkira, it's wide and out. Masyadong mataas para kay Koichi. Jesse Semblante, call to action here. Now Semblante, one of the more awe-inspiring stories here. Palarong pambansa alum. And that's how he secured a scholarship to San Beda. Played for San Beda High School, played for San Beda College. College days. Takardon once more in position. And this time, Roberto Llama says no. Denying Takardon that cutback intended, of course, for Andes. It's that UAAP connection. Takardon, of course, coming from UP. Nag-champion yan para sa UP. And then Rico Andes from FEU. Yan yung magkatapat doon sa kampyonato ng UAAP Men's Football. 19 minutes into the opening half. Loyola in front. Dizon, iiwan muna rito for Burnett. Balik muna sila sa likod and Stallion, naangat bahagya yung dalawang player nila. That's McDaniel and Galliano Trujillo, of course. Token pressure here. Anderson sends a long one. Oh, unable to get a touch. Wano. Collision here on the right side. And Belgira, nagsorry naman kaagad si John Clyde Vitualia. Vitualia, meanwhile, is from the College of St. Benilde. Dito lang sa likuran ng ating stadium. Vitualia unable to stop his momentum. And that body just crashing onto Koichi Belgira, causing a disadvantage. McDaniel slings this one into the edge of the box. And Takardon, you get the intent here every time Loyola will get that ball from the final third. Diretso na agad doon sa harapan. Trying to, of course, catch their opponents flat-footed here. Well, approaching the 20th minute mark of the opening half. Stallion, of course, yet to get some attempts here doon sa kanilang unahan. As Takardon falls down. Anderson, Pinto, Noguera, one of the foreigners here for Loyola as part of their starting roster, joined by Dijumani Burnett and Philip Anderson. Just trying to complement, of course, the locals here, and mostly the players from Loyola. Again, from some of the top football collegiate programs here. McDaniel trying to chase the ball, but great defending as well coming from Loyola. That's Pedro, of course, Pete Forasuelo. Tinatawag ng mga kakampi at kaibigan niya sa Pedro. That's Finn McDaniel. They had a brief talk there. Something light, of course. Halos nangangalahati na tayo into the first half here. Well, definitely a lot of action left to be played, and Stallion pretty much in this one, they just have to find that equalizer and create a sequence to get that ball to where they want to create a scoring opportunity here. Semblante sends it to the right side this time. Inahabol ni Rico Andes. Look at the burst of speed here from Rico Andes. Susubukan pang doblehin yung kanyang total dito. Mawala bahagi ang bola, recovered by Takardon. Loyola on their offensive. Wano almost losing control, and now mawawala na yung bola. It's a foot race. And this time Galliano Trujillo and Pinto. And an errant pass this time. Stallion naman ang may pagkakataon. Finn McDaniel. Oh, it's poked away by Semblante. And a key denial here for Semblante to preserve the scoreline for now. Gantong-ganto rin yung nangyari sa Stallion kanina. And kaya naka-goal yung Loyola this time, trying to do the same here, the opposite of course, but McDaniel denied by Semblante for now. It's going to be a corner for Laguna. The outswinger, McDaniel, good height on that one, but a lot of blue shirts in the area. Siyempre ang target ng Stallion rito for those corner set pieces, yung matatangkad nilang player. Belgira keeps it alive, targeting Placito, but to no avail. And it's just a bouncy field here, of course, inside Rizal Memorial. Hihintayin ni Takardon. Placito salvaging another possession here for Laguna. Zambrano Lopez, Koichi, balik muna sa likod. Placito, Nieras, nagkapalit sila ng pwesto rito, the two central defenders. Up ahead, that's a promising through ball. Masyado nga lang malakas para kay Lee Seong-won. Way too forward para makuha ni Lee. Well, Stallion starting to mix it up here. Kita natin from the midfield. A quick delivery, a through ball. Well, they do have a lot of reserves here. Kung kakailanganin ni Coach Ernie Nieras, you have Terrence Smith, you have of course the veteran Ruben Balut Doctora, Christian Ivanovsky, Kanjiro Daniels, Miguel de Mesa, also part of the substitutes for this afternoon. That one took a deflection. Play continues. Hindi naman handball. Pickering. Loyola again just trapping that side. And Galiana Trujillo dispossessed. Oh, just the defense here for Loyola as well. Making it tough for Stallion to come up with something. Tatakbo ang Loyola. Burnett gives it up for Anderson. Ibabalik sana rito. Pero mawawala ang bola for Loyola. Sendra. Stallion will try to restart from the back. Quick 1-2 here. And here's the build-up. A through ball once more. Pero diretso sa kamay ni Semblante. Nabasa agad ni Semblante doon. And well, he did collide with a couple of teammates. So paunti-unti after stretching the field in the first 20 minutes or so. Stallion now trying to build from the midfield naman, diretso doon sa kanilang mga forwards. Jesse Semblante. Let's see if we can get a look at what happened there, but definitely yung mga kakampi ni Semblante rito as we take a look at Rico Andes, the goal scorer. Ito yung nangyari rito, through pass here. And syempre naghahabulan si McDaniel at Forosuelo. And the collision is between Forosuelo and Semblante. So friendly fire, ika nga. And Forosuelo hindi na napigilan yung kanyang pagtakbo roon. Medyo nagkasabitan sila bahagya ni Finn McDaniel. As it looks like we transition into an unofficial hydration break. The players just making the most out of this opportunity. And yun yung nakita ni referee Raymart De Los Santos. Pinapabalik yung ating mga players. Sinusulit lang yung pagkakataon to rehydrate. It is a sunny afternoon so far here in Manila. And if your kickoff is 4 in the afternoon, you warm up at 3:10. That's 50 minutes before the match. Yung official warm-up ng mga players, 3:10 to 3:40. That's 30 minutes. Well, Jesse Semblante, a good look para sa kanya. Back up on his feet, just shaking up moments earlier. And I will deliver this long ball. Papunta sa unahan, Takardon and Andes again. That's been the connection for Loyola. That has found success several times already. Placito, Pupunta sa kanilang sais. Zambrano Lopez. Well, actually, dalawa sila ni Sendra. As it is a different formation here for Stallion. Schaffner. They go to the through ball once more. Just needs more polishing rito. The intent is already there for Stallion. Medyo mabilis lang yung bigay ng pasa. "28 minutes now into this contest. So far, so good for Loyola. Jesse Semblante has been called to action here. But of course, Loyola susubukan pang dagdagan ng pagkakataon rito. Rico Andes, heavy on that latest touch. Nawala ang bola sa kanya. Had the head start here, had the running start. Yun nga lang, napalakas on that dribble. Pickering. Balik muna kay Zambrano Lopez. They thread that needle. Papunta kay Lee. And now another placement. But it's been met by the opposite number 5. That's Philip Anderson. Collision here and Lee Seung-won once again down. And it's going to be... Well, that's Koichi rather. Koichi Belgira. Punta doon sa kaliwa. Wano initially had a touch. Hinabol ni Belgira and that pays off for Stallion as they get the ball back. Dito sa kanilang unahan, their attacking half. It's going to be Finn McDaniel once more. Set to deliver. We have a couple of players andoon sa labas lang ng penalty area. You have Sendra, we see Galiana Trujillo, or even Zambrano Lopez. Here's the delivery. Will there be a touch? Well, not quite. Paolo Pavone able to make the clearance. Loyola trying to keep it in play para transition na, but they won't. Nakakalahating oras na tayo rito in our match. Stallion Laguna finding themselves down 1 goal against Loyola FC on a surprise opening incursion by Rico Andes. And look at the running start here for Rico Andes. And sabi nila, last touch on Andes. So good effort from Nieras to try and foil that attack. Well, Rico Andes, ang bilis na player rin ni Andes as far as sprinting. Just really can accelerate from 0 to 100 in a few seconds here. And glad to have you join us once more. This is the live broadcast presentation of the Philippines Football League 2024-2025 season. Live po tayo from our Facebook and YouTube platforms. Also, makikita nyo on Premier Football. Hatid sa atin yan ng Matchday Media. And the official match ball is Sports Tribe. 31st minute now of the match. Placito, ibabalik muna kay Llamas. Roberto Llamas, unfortunately, conceding 1 goal early on. And that was coming off a broken play. Naagawan na lang ng bola yung Stallion. And then Tacardon and Andes, of course, connecting yet again. Stallion, they leave it for the middle. And now Tacardon again. Getting a running start here. Sabitan, and it's a foul. Francis Tacardon. And diretso yellow card na para kay Charles Pickering. As he was taken down, itong si Tacardon from behind. And pinapagpag lang yung artificial beads dito, of course, Rizal Memorial. Using the artificial turf. Na hinatak talaga ni Charles Pickering galing sa likuran. Itong si Francis Tacardon, that's 99% of the time that's going to be a yellow card, although you can argue it's a foul to give to stop the opportunity here for Loyola. Sometimes players do that, but you have to be more accurate kung paano mo ifa-foul yung running player. Sometimes they really give up the foul. Francis Tacardon a bit shaken up, and it's going to be Paolo Pavone to deliver this one. Couple of players now on the edge of the box for Loyola. We have Philip Anderson, Kurt Dizon, Rico Andes. Looks like Tacardon is going to join the mix. Nag-iwan lang ng dalawang defender rito ang Loyola. And Coach Ernie on your screens dun sa bandang ibaba, tumitingin dun sa kanyang substitutes here into the danger zone. Controlled initially, but the flag is already up. Out of position doon si Burnett. Pinto Noguera rather. "34 minutes now." Pickering, nagasgas yung tuhod rito ni Charles Pickering dun sa kanyang foul. And getting some treatment now. Stallion down to 10 men momentarily. 9 outfield players. Let's see if they can still make the most out of this. Schaffner, a bit of pressure here from Loyola. Sensing the difference in personnel. Schaffner. Intended for Zambrano Lopez. Now Schaffner will just recover this ball. Placito. Threads the needle once more. Sendra up ahead for Galiana Trujillo. Contra Vitualia. Here's the cutback. And they concede the corner. Loyola. Stallion will once again get a chance from that corner set piece. "35th minute now." Another outswinger here. Good height on that one, but it's cleared. Recovered by Lee. McDaniel trying to rush to that ball. Well, good thing Pickering was there. Back into the field. And clearance there by Vitualia. Just to make sure walang corner dito. It's going to be a throw in, and this time it's Galiana Trujillo. Bibigay muna doon sa kanan. Zambrano Lopez decides to shoot, but it's above and out. "36 minutes into the opening half. About 9 more minutes plus change." Coach Roxy Dorlas and Loyola FC. What a way to start this contest here, as that is obviously going to be a call on Dijumani Burnett. Nasahod yung kalaban. Lee quickly, and the shot overcooked by Ricky Sendra. Masyadong pataas. Ricky Sendra, of course, formerly of United City. Also saw action momentarily for Kaya. Paunti-unti Loyola looking to secure a close to unblemished first half. Andes, but that ball really just took a high bounce recovered by Ivan Uwano. Quick 1-2, masyadong malakas para sana kay Pinto. Turnover Loyola. Galiano Trujillo with some open room. Ibibigay sa kanan. And now Lee Xiongwon, one-on-one against Witwalia. The cutback. Lots of space. But Koichi Belgira did not really get a solid touch. Well, too little, too late here for Stallion. Naka-recover ang depensa rito ng Loyola. A lot of blue shirts in the area for Loyola. Hindi rin nakakuha ng solid na tira ang Laguna for that instance. 38 minutes now. About 7 more minutes, and if you're Loyola, perhaps you just want to manage the clock here in the first half and enter the dugout with, of course, high spirits. As you're up 1-0, of course, Stallion, plenty of time to get back here. Well, shades of their match against Davao. Well, of course, they want a different result here. Kahit equalizer man lang muna as Trujillo sends this one into the box once more. But Anderson was there. And a foul again from behind, and Tacardon gustong i-indirect ito. Pero sabi ng ating referee, it's a direct free kick. Kapag obvious na impeded yung offensive player, that's when the referee decides that it's a direct free kick, which means the play will stop for a moment. Kapag bahagya lang naman yung naging epekto of a foul, that is an indirect free kick, kung saan ilalagay lang yung bola kung saan na foul. And then tuloy-tuloy na yung laro ulit. Siyempre, kung may momentum naman. Oh, a promising ball here. The flag is down. And the shot, it's deflected again by Semblante. Lee Xiongwon. Jesse Semblante, the second key save that he's made. But Stallion, they can sense it here. Semblante, of course, forced to commit. Medyo nararamdaman na rin ng Stallion kung saan yung weak links ng Loyola. And that's from the midfield. Medyo mababa ang delivery ni McDaniel. And not really a solid touch there as well from Schaffner. Agawan ng bola, mapupunta sa kanilang kapitan. That's Kurt Dizon. Burnett, papunta kay Tacardon, pero offside agad ang ipinito rito. Well, Tacardon, quite surprised, but that looked offside from our angle. Ito yung pasa. Kita natin si Matt Nieras, yung last line of defense ng Stallion, the last player on defense. Well, play goes on dito. Loyola able to take the ball back. Galiana Trujillo dispossessed, but a short-lived stretch here for Loyola. Ibinigay lang pabalik sa Stallion ang possession rito. And now again, Stallion on their offensive, and now Finn McDaniel. Well, took a lot of time there, unable to make a shot. That one just a split moment too late for Finn McDaniel. Panira na sana. Look at the setup here. And pineke ng konti. Just of course a lot of defenders here really trying to make it difficult for Finn to see an opening. Well, credit to the Loyola defense for just shutting it down. Well, shutting that door on Finn McDaniel sa pagkakataon na yon. Pickering. Zambrano Lopez. Well, already an adjustment here, Matt Nieras at saka si Abe Placito. Medyo nagpalit na sila ng pwesto rito, yung dalawang center back. And again, quick 1-2. Yung entry point ng Stallion nang gagaling na doon sa midfield, doon sa kanilang mga sais. About 2.5 more to go here. Stallion earning another corner set piece. That's a department na they have been good at so far. Anderson. Second ball, but a deflection. Another corner here for Stallion. Pero kahit papano, if you're Loyola, at least the immediate concern here is just not to concede a goal. And just enough blue shirts every time inside the box for Loyola to stifle the opportunities for Stallion. Galiana Trujillo. It's a lob. The downward header, goal line clearance. Vitualia. Wala pa rin para sa Laguna. Lee Xiong-won, however, threads that needle for Finn on the cutback. Placito. But the flag is already up. And mukhang si Paolo Pavone ang nasaktan rito. I'll check that. Not Pavone. Ayun si Pavone, yung number 2. Dijumani Burnett, number 6. Vitualia also making up that defense para sa kanila. So here's the corner kick. Downward header. Ooh, that's a tough look. Did it already go past the goal line? Yun ang kino-contest rito ng Stallion. Kung pumasok na yung bola. Let's see if we can have another look at that from the corner kick. 44 minutes into the first half. And now we restart the play here with Loyola. Still able to deny Stallion their first goal. Deny them the equalizer. Pero Stallion Laguna, nararamdaman na just going to those build-up plays from the middle of the field. And Jesse Semblante, well, milking the clock here. He knows konti na lang and they're going to head to their locker rooms. Well, the second half will, without question, be a different story here. And Loyola, if you're Loyola, gusto mong ma-maintain yung magandang ginawa mo here in the first 45 minutes, as we have 3 minutes of added time here. Tinaas na ni fourth official Crismel Cayabyab. Ball in the middle. Long ball intended for Dizon. Recovered by Burnett. Loyola perhaps just taking this relaxed approach to take this 1-0 separation into their locker rooms, inviting Stallion to press as well. And Burnett, that is a foul. Ricky Sandra. Pagkakataon for Stallion Laguna after Sandra, of course, picks himself up into the second minute of stoppage time here in the first half. Stallion in the middle. A free kick. And if you're Finn McDaniel, pwedeng panira na rin ito. But you can also connect to some of your other teammates. Sandra, Placito, Koichi Belgira joining that busy area. 4-man wall for Loyola, knowing that McDaniel can pretty much convert from here as well. Double-edged sword here. Tinitingnan ng Loyola. You have to be mindful of Finn McDaniel and his capability of scoring diretso, but also his teammates. Here's the delivery. McDaniel, it's wide. So Finn McDaniel deciding to shoot, but it's wide. Still nothing here for Stallion, pero nangangapa ang Stallion dito. They've had that ball sa kanilang attacking half. And medyo nakukuha na ng Stallion yung approach dito. Just looking, finding those openings. Puro through pass for Stallion. Through ball papunta sa kanilang mga attacker. Not much coming from the wing. Well, yun yung in-exploit ng Davao. And the Stallion unable to convert. That was a sorry loss really for Stallion against Davao. To think na sila yung may control ng possession. Takardon trying to go to Pinto, goes to Andes instead. And Andes taken down by Zambrano. That's 14 against 14. Rico Andes, well, perhaps taking some time here as well, knowing that the halftime whistle might sound anytime, but definitely a foul there from Zambrano Lopez. Perhaps this is the final sequence for the opening half, and it's a free kick for Loyola. Medyo malayo from the box, but the angle has some potential here. It's Paolo Pavone set to sling this one in. Three-man wall for Stallion, including Galiana Trujillo and Christian Schaffner. Here comes the go signal. Pavone, the header, it's above and out. And that is the opening half whistle. Loyola FC, Rico Andes with the lead. That man on your screen scoring in the 10th minute to give Loyola a 1-0 separation against Stallion Laguna. Who would have thought? But what a first half for them. And Stallion Laguna, well, it's going to be a talk sa kanilang locker room just to sort this one out. They still have 45 minutes and change to try and find the equalizer, perhaps try to steal the spotlight. Well, back for more action in the second half. This is the Philippines Football League 2024-2025 season.
Stallion Laguna FC, 0. Loyola FC, 1. The Philippines Football League 2024-2025 is under the supervision of Games and Amusement Board. We thank you all for coming today and encourage you to visit the Philippines Football League Facebook page and the official PFL website, pfl.org.ph, for more details on the Philippines Football League 2024-2025. The passion, the power, the Philippines Football League on the rise. Use the hashtag PFL 2024, hashtag PFL on the rise, hashtag support local football.
Back inside Rizal Memorial here in Manila as we welcome you to the start of the second half in just a few moments. And Loyola, after the first 45 minutes, they have come to build this 1-0 lead contra Stallion Laguna. And let's take a look at some of the key moments of the first half. Of course, that Takardon-Andes connection always present. But ito, yung nangyari doon sa opening goal, Rico Andes, a solo effort there beating itong si Roberto Llamas. A bit of a miscue there from Stallion as they were unable to control the ball. And then of course, just an emotional celebration here for the fired up Rico Andes. Well, not in any way na walang chance ang nakuha ang Stallion throughout the first 45 minutes. In fact, plenty of corner kicks, plenty of openings in the towards the latter parts of that opening half. As we take a look at the numbers here, Stallion, in fact, again, still in control slightly of possession here. Medyo panakanakang counter attacks lang for Loyola as they try to build from the back, and more shots for Stallion as well. May na-yellow card na rin sa Stallion, si Charles Pickering. 5 fouls each and 2 corner set pieces for Stallion. And again, reminiscent of their match against Davao. And hindi sila naka-score ng isa doon. Davao held on for the 1-0 victory. Something na gustong palitan ni Coach Ernie. Just the result here. And it starts with, of course, securing that equalizer. Equalizer muna, and then hopefully talagang makakuha pa sila ng isang goal. But if you're Loyola, gusto mo ring doblehin yung kalamangan rito as we are moments away from the start of the second half. Yan po ang Loyola in their blue, and it looks like 2 changes for Stallion as we see Christian Ivanovsky and the veteran Ruben Balot-Toctora. And looks like ang ibinaba rito si Zambrano Lopez. And Ivanovsky also joining the 11 on the pitch for Laguna. And si Ivanovsky naman, si Pickering ang pinalitan. So marahil aangat pa ang Laguna. Will try to go on a press, but it's going to be Rico Andes to get us started here in the second half of the match. Coming to you live from the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. The live action in your Philippines Football League 2024-2025 season. Hatid sa atin ang Match Day Media. And we're off. Loyola trying to just maintain yung kanilang magandang ginawa back in the first half, and perhaps even add more pressure on the side of Stallion. A missed touch there for Finn. Ivanovsky collects, sends it forward. Papunta sana kay Juan Galiana Trujillo doon sa right flank. An interception here. They send it quickly to the middle. Koichi 1-2. Papunta ulit kay Galiana Trujillo. He's been the unintended target here for Laguna. Tatakbo ulit ang Loyola. Takardon trying to kickstart that offensive. A quick call on the part of our officials. The referee, of course, Raymar De Los Santos. Kung advantage yun, Rico Andes could have, been ahead of the pack here. So medyo napaganda pa for Stallion. Paolo Pavone again set to deliver this ball into that busy part on your right side of the screens. Loyola now playing left to right. Medyo mababa ang bigay rito ni Pavone. They lose it. And now running. Balot-Toctora. And captain against captain. And again, gumulong naman si Balot Doktora, so definitely a direct free kick here. By definition, talagang impeded yung kanyang takbo doon. That was of course Kurt Dizon giving up that foul. Belgira, Schaffner. Balik muna sa likod. Nagpalit na ulit ng pwesto rito si Placito at saka si Matt Nieras. The two center backs. Schaffner trying to wrest control of that ball. Contra Burnett. Somehow ends up with Pavone but bothered by Belgira. It will stay with Loyola, I think. Paulo Pavone rather, originally from the Bay Area, and making the leap here to play in the Philippines. Pinto trying to connect to Andes. Llamas had to release quickly. Pass back. Dangerous decision here for Stallion as they clear. Have to do better than that first few minutes of the second half. Pavone. Bubuelo si Paulo Pavone rito. It's going to be a kick in straight into the box. Well, no turn here para kay Ivan Wano, but he recovers, sends a shot. That one bounces off Nieras. And out into a goal kick for Roberto Llamas. After this, it's Davao Aguilas UMAC contra Manila Digger FC. That's going to be a good one. Again, Manila Digger currently number 3 in the league table, as this is an offside call. Galiana Trujillo again ahead of the last player defensively. Manila Digger number 3, Davao, if we're not mistaken, number 6. And again, one of the clubs here na can give fits to any club that they face. Any given night, alam mong malaki ang tsansa ng Davao to win a match. Lee, hinahabol ni Uwano. Galiana, ibabalik muna. But just the defense here, Loyola. The refs play advantage. Rico Andes, it's going to be a solo effort once more. A heavy first touch by design. But Placito able to avert disaster here for Stallion. About 40 more minutes to go here. Plenty of time for Stallion. Kanina pa natin sinasabi. And they have gotten a few good looks. Kung napansin nyo, back in the first half, pinapadaanan ng Stallion yung bola doon sa gitna. Just those through balls. Initially, they were stretching the field here. Trying to see ano ba yung reaction ng depensa ng Loyola as it's foul on Christian Schaffner here. Tumba doon si Pavone. Schaffner, of course, also saw action for Maharlika and is now signed with Stallion. Kurt Dizon wearing the captain's armband here. A distinctive shade of orange. Bagay na bagay doon sa crest ng Loyola, of course. Orange and blue. Here's the flick for Burnett, but that is way too obvious. Offside call. Placito. Laguna will try to reset once more. Up front, Balot Doktora. Ibibigay sa gitna pero masyadong masikip. Again, just every time that ball is on the midfield for Stallion, Loyola going to their traps. Try to go direct. Flag stays down. Balut Doctora. Could be a chance here against Pedro. And Pete Forosuelo, the challenge. A good stop here for Loyola. Let's take a look at that. Well, got the ball first. Well, definitely does not merit a penalty. Pero sinasabi ni Balut Doctora, last touch niya, kahit yung corner kick na lang daw. Yun ang hinihingi ni Balut doon, pero hindi binigay. Bola balik sa Loyola. And again on that run, a strong challenge on Ivanovsky. Hinahabol itong si Vitualia. And from the side, medyo blindsided doon si Vitualia, taken down by Ivanovsky. And another whistle. Sayang ang pagkakataon doon for Loyola. Had that ball to their attacking half. Will not be able to create. But Pinto Noguera takes it away. Loyola with some numbers here. 5 up front. Ivanovsky gets in the way. And able to put an abrupt end to that one. Bilgira. That's Bilgira rather. Schaffner. Left side. Lee Xiongmon. Balik kay Koichi. They try to mix it up. Sendra, babalik muna kay Matt Nieras. And now papunta sa kanan. Ivanovsky. They try to go direct to Ruben Doctora. And they earn a corner here. Pete Forosuelo, of course, making it difficult. If that is the approach for Stallion, try to go above the line instead of padaanin sa midfield. Two changes here for Stallion. No substitutions yet for Loyola. The delivery. And it's wide for Ricky Sendra. Pasadahan lang natin yung substitutions here for Loyola. You have Armando Gonzalez, Leon Marcos Morimoto, Jemar Andrade, Alu Wade, and Christian Peñalosa. Only 5 outfield players for Loyola. Nag-iisa lang si Jesse Semblante. Siya lang ang goalkeeper dito. Obvious whistle there. A Placito, a booking. Tumba itong si Pinto Noguera. Definitely a hard challenge to say the least. Yang laking mama rin itong si A Placito might have hit the back of the head of Pinto Noguera as well. Justified ang yellow card doon na ibinigay ni Raymart De Los Santos. Our referee, joined by Willimore Francisco and Kim Zoren Abuel, the 4th official, Crismel Cayabyab. Referee assessor is Christian Dale Soriano, and the match commissioner is Madam Ira Ilan. And slow to get up, Pinto Noguera. And now he's back up on his feet. 56 minutes into our contest. Loyola trying to protect this 1-0 cushion. Stallion trying to look for that equalizer. Marami pang pwedeng mangyari definitely in this match. And Stallion, they have been getting their opportunities here. It looks like that's the first change for Loyola. Leon Marcos Morimoto. Papalitan itong si Francis Tacardon. Interesting change here. Tacardon, of course, playing the left wing. Francis Tacardon from the University of the Philippines, of course.
For Loyola FC.
And Leon
Player number
Marcus
15,
Morimoto.
Francis Arturo Tacardon,
Siya ang
replaced by player number 3,
papasok rito for
Leon
Loyola.
Marcus Morimoto.
Now, Leon Marcus Morimoto is eligible to play for Guam. Yun ang kanyang nationality. He was born, in Guam, well, in Hawaii actually, to Japanese parents. And he is 22 years old, player number 3, as this ball cleared by Forosuelo. Doctora. Lee, babalik lang kay Doctora. It's a tight space there. Lee able to carve out some space, cuts it back. And another cut back. It's going to be another corner. Oh, it's a goal kick. So mukhang lumabas na yung bola. Let's take a look at that. Lee. Oh, that one, of course, hit Anderson. And able to keep that ball alive, Lee Xiongwon. Close to the 1 hour mark of this match. Loyola still ahead. Stallion seeking the equalizer. Lee Xiongwon trying to set it up for Finn. Doctora trying to track that ball. And Schaffner will throw it back in. Schaffner. Back to Doctora. Doctora, captain against captain. Kurt Dizon on standby. The ball now to the middle, Sendra. Ivanovsky gets a touch. Ivanovsky again. Changing direction here. Schaffner. Moves to his left. Ibabalik muna kay Ricky Sendra. It's taking some time here for Stallion. Depensa ng Loyola has been set up. And now an opening here for Laguna as Ivanovsky gets taken down. Approaching the 1 hour mark of this live broadcast presentation. Hatid sa atin ng Matchday Media. Let's take a look at that replay. Ivanovsky with the control. Ivan Wano. Napatid itong si Ivanovsky. It's going to be a free kick and it's Finn McDaniel again set to deliver. Napapanood tayo on Facebook and YouTube ng Philippines Football League, also on Premier Football. And the official match ball is Sports Tribe. Tatlo ang nakaharang dito kay Finn. Oh, plenty of blue shirts inside the box as well. On the edge of the box right now. McDaniel, the shot, Semblante will deny. Another shot on target for Laguna. But, of course, Jesse Semblante. Oh, still a clean sheet for him. He's made quite a number of saves here already. Agawan sa bola is Rico Andes once more. Andes! And Roberto Llamas collects. Medyo masikip rin doon para kay Rico Andes. Tatlong Stallion defender nakaantabay. You had Abe Placito and then Ivanovsky as well. Sinubukang lusutan ni Andes but on the shot. That's not going to be enough. Roberto Llamas, an easy save there. Sendra to the right side this time. Galiana Trujillo. Pero nabangga niya in the process si Vitualia. Bola babalik sa Loyola. About 28 more minutes here. 28 and a half plus added time. But the window of opportunity for Stallion, kung gusto nilang maka-equalize rito, paunti-unti nagsasara. Stallion coming off a 5-1 loss to Kaya and a 1-0 loss to Davao. And something na dinedescribe nga ng Stallion, it's quite upsetting already, the morale of the players here. Stallion gets this possession back and they will build from their final third. Ivanovsky quite distinct here. Yung matingkad na sapatos for Ivanovsky. Belgira. Placito. Sends it to the left wing. Schaffner aangat. Christian Schaffner. And Pedro will put a stop to that one once more. Couple of stops already here for Pete Forosuelo in the second half. The last line of defense, of course, Loyola, hindi rin nagpapabaya rito. And looks like Coach Ernie has no other recourse but to put Magson Dorado into the match. Si Ricky Sendra ang papalitan.
For Stallion Laguna FC.
And nabanggit nga ni Coach Ernie, Magson Dorado, not really 100%. He's banged up. And the choice na sana nila kung mayroon ay pagpahingahin itong si Magson Dorado. But it seems, well, kakailanganin nila yung instant impact ni Magson Bezerra Dorado. As Pinto Noguera tries to keep this ball alive kontra Placito. Magson Dorado, of course, a Brazilian signed to Stallion here. Pavone. Balik kay Pinto. And that's going to be an obvious race of the flag. Wala sa pwesto itong si Kurt Dizon. So Rico Andes, the only goal scorer of the match so far, aangat sa number 3 as far as total goals are concerned. Number 5, that's goal number 5 for Rico Andes in a tie with Abu C of Dynamic Herb Cebu. Si Abu C rin yung nag-iisang naka-score kahapon. Cebu managed to prevail dun sa kanilang kalaban. Anderson, they will leave it for Semblante and had to get that away quickly. Dizon and Schaffner fighting for possession here. Ball suddenly ends up with Lee. Flag is down, pagkakataon, and here comes Magson Dorado to the middle. But bothered by the defense of Loyola. Ivan Wano doing just enough. And now they send it forward. Pero masyadong malakas. Para rito kay Dijumani Burnett. And Pinto Noguera also telling na sana doon sa right wing binigay. Not enough personnel there for Stallion para habulin yung bola. Doctora to the left wing once more. Magson Dorado. Dorado making his move against Pavone. Tutulong si Pinto Noguera and they lose it. Schaffner trying to keep that ball alive for Stallion. And now Laguna starting to press here. Play continues. Burnett trying to sell that call. Tumumba lang bahagya. Ivanovsky. Oh, that's wide and out. Conchiro Daniels, the leading goal scorer here for Laguna with 3. Well, just brush contact here for Dorado as Burnett went tumbling down. Saiku Sesay with 7. And Manila Digger, pwedeng dagdagan pa yan ni Sesay as he will play maya-maya against Davao. Shuto Komaki of Kaya also with 7 goals. Abusina, banggit natin with 5. Rico Andes up to 5. Yung kakampi ni Sesay sa Manila Digger, si Usman Guy, meron namang 4. And then Tsukasa Shimomura of Wantagig also contributing 4 goals. So Finn McDaniel and Kenshiro Daniels actually with 3 goals each for Stallion. And right on cue, into the box, Lee. But Jesse Semblante was there to collect. Not really a powerful strike here for Lee to challenge Jesse Semblante. Closing in on the 69th minute of this match. And again, Rico Andes, the only difference so far in a 1-0 battle. Loyola FC, may kalamangan. Schaffner attends to this. Ibibigay muna kay Placito. Doktora leaves it for Nieras. Stallion trying to look for that equalizer in search of their maiden goal for this match. And they throw it away. Maxon Dorado not on the same page doon sa nagpasa sa kanya. Pavone with some height on that one. Oh, great pass by Dizon papunta kay Pinto Noguera. The back heel, Andes. It's saved by Llamas. Great build-up play from Loyola. Usually, hindi na nila pinapadaan sa gitna. Dizon spins in the process. At binalik lang ng Loyola ang bola. Look at that back heel. What a setup for Pinto Noguera, who of course finds Rico Andes. Easily could have been a conversion there for Loyola on that brilliant sequence. Well, good thing Llamas able to deny. 70 minutes now. About 20 more minutes plus added time here. Loyola trying to hold on to secure 3 more points. Isa pa lang ang panalo ng Loyola rito. That was against Mendiola FC 1991. At 3-2 yung score doon sa laban na yon. Here's the lob. Dorado. This is still alive. Cuts it back. Ball taking some high bounces here. McDaniel rises. And it's finally sent away. Could have been a counter as well for Andes, but Nieras is able to mark that ball. Ivanovsky, ibibigay naman sa kanan. Galiana Trujillo. Bothered by 2 defenders and finally losing it. Pinto Noguera trying to jumpstart another run here for Loyola from back to front. And it does look like there's another change here for Loyola. Jemar Andrade papalitan si Kurt Dizon. Number 24, Jemar Andrade. Of course, Kurt Jordan Dizon, part of the men's national team before. Already a household name here.
Substitution for Loyola FC. Player number 19, Kurt Jordan Dizon, replaced by player
So
number
Jemar Andrade
94,
taking his
Jemar
spot.
Andrade.
Dizon sort of playing that, sabihin na natin, the holding mid. As si Pinto Noguera yung mas tumatakbo paharap. Tingnan natin kung saan po pwesto itong si Andrade. Kind of looks like andun siya sa bandang kanan. Loyola. There is an obvious shirt pull there. Dorado. Kontra Andrade. Oh, that's a tough task. Pero tutulong rin naman si Noguera. Ivanovsky. Maangat bahagya ang Stallion dito. Looking to fuel their offense here. Nakaangat ang 10 outfield players nila into their attacking half. Placito. Threads that needle for Lee. Iiwan kay Magson. Dorado. Making his move. And now sends it into the box. Pabalik kay Koichi Belgira. But to no avail. Pinto controls. And sends a long one. This is alive for Rico Andes. Could be a chance. Andes, the volley. Andes, the double. The brace. And it's 2-0 for Loyola. And the celebration. All too familiar to us. In the 73rd, Rico Andes is a hero as Loyola looks to pounce and take the 3 points here, creating even more separation for Loyola FC. And getting congratulated there, of course, by Coach Roxy Dorlas. Again, a solo effort on that run. And galing yon sa likod of a counter again. Direct play na lang dito for Loyola. Pinto able to control the ball at binigay na kay Andes, and the rest, of course, coming from the striker out of FEU. A well-timed shot as well from Rico Andes. And of course, si in Filipino, yes. With English rather. (2-0) for Loyola. McDaniel misses the mark. Clearance made by Loyola. And our referee telling that it's a corner. So yung clearance ng Loyola, napalampas lang. Could be a chance here now for Stallion. Now definitely wanting to pull one back here. McDaniel. Then McDaniel. Masyadong lampas even for Abe Placito. And collected once more by Jesse Semblante, who has a clean sheet so far. Mukhang may halong frustration na rin on the part of McDaniel as they suddenly see themselves fall down 2 goals. We did see Loyola score a couple of goals against Kaya, although Kaya had been in control of that match.
For Stallion Laguna
And
FC.
now Schaffner
Player
replaced
number
by
31, Christian John Schaffner,
Kenshiro
replaced by player
Daniels
number
here.
13, Kenshiro Michael Daniels.
Well, of course, Kenshiro Daniels also with 3 goals so far in the season. Kenshiro. Oh, downward header there para lang makuha yung bola sana. Coming from Pavone. Or check that, Philip Anderson rather. Ball back for Stallion here. Ivanovsky. So a bit of a change here. Nagpalitan na. Ivanovsky now part of that left. Dorado. Lee Xiong-won. Papunta sa gitna. Doktora. Belgira. Babalik lang kay Christian Ivanovsky. But look at how Loyola's packing this attacking half for Stallion rather. Not wanting to really give an opening here. Galiana Trujillo. That one does not meet Dorado. And now it's a foot race for the ball. Shoulder to shoulder. Dorado keeps it in play. And now Lee. Back to Dorado. Masyadong malakas. And it's out. "78 minutes now. A dozen minutes more. Loyola could be on their way to their, of course, biggest victory so far of the early season. Sabi nga natin, only 3 points for them. A win against Mendiola FC. Number 9 in the league table of 10 teams so far. Belgira sends it for Dorado. Flag is down. Dorado against Pavone. Dorado will make his move. Iiwan muna ulit sa gitna. Doctora, Belgira. And now to the right side, Trujillo. Galiana Trujillo against Vitualia. And it's going to be a corner for Stallion. They're trying to contest that, but it looked like last touch talaga from the Loyola defense. Plenty of chances here for Stallion. Marami-rami na rin silang nakukuhang corner kick rito. They have just not capitalized on their chances here in their attacking third. This is Koichi Belgira. Sends the outswinger. Good height. Dorado. The header is wide and out. And the window of opportunity here, the door, well, beginning to close. Paunti-unti for Stallion. With about 11 more minutes left to play. Jesse Semblante and the Loyola defense able to do a great job so far of really just stifling Laguna doon sa kanilang unahan. Burnett. Pasa mawawala, mapupunta kay Kenchiro Daniels. Leaves it for Lee. There is space here and Finn McDaniel decides to shoot. But going to the ground, that ball, Semblante, relatively easy save to make pa rin on that shot on target from Finn. And now Laguna will of course press, in dire need of conversions here. But this is transitioning for Loyola. Pinto, ibibigay ulit sa kaliwa. Could be a chance here. Andrade, mawawala ang bola. Abe Placito able to fend off the attack with McDaniel. Stallion in dire need to convert here. Magson Dorado to his right. Leaves it for the middle. Lee Seung-won. It's above the crossbar and out. It's not that Stallion hasn't gotten any chances here. In fact, they've had many. Just the opening there for Lee Seung-won. But it's sent out. And Loyola again looking good here. Up 2 goals. Well, now historically speaking, well, it's not impossible for teams to score a bunch in a hurry. Pero napakahirap na gawin yan. And Finn McDaniel, Paolo Pavone, naiinis na rin rito and inawat na lang ni Philip Anderson dahil lamang naman sila, and definitely just have to keep your cool here. A yellow here on Finn McDaniel. Well, Stallion still can make some changes here. Isang substitution pa, and it looks like it's going to be Oh, that man on your screens, dun sa bandang kanan sa ibaba. That's Fahem Ibrahim. Pinagwa-warm up rito ni Coach Ernie. Loyola in the meantime losing control. Dorado, clearance. Andrade. And Loyola naturally bumaba na rin yung depensa nila rito. Is trying to make it compact in their final third. Morimoto able to handle. Morimoto, they try to go direct once more. Pinto will have to leave it for perhaps Andrade. Hindi niya muna ibibigay. Pinto Noguera decides to take it on his own, and this is definitely going to be the nail on the coffin here as Loyola makes it 3-0. Anderson, Pinto, Noguera, Loyola in a great position to seal the win. After a brace from Rico Andes. And isa doon, syempre, assist from Pinto. Well, siya naman. Well, they had numbers here. They had some options here. Pero Anderson, Pinto, Noguera just deciding to take the matters into his own hands and scoring with the left boot. He had Ivan Wano to his left. He had Jemar Andrade to his right. Pero sabi niya dito, ako na ang titira. And the conversion from outside the box. So looks like Fahem Ibrahim. Pinalitan na itong si Koichi Belgira. Another pair of fresh legs here for Stallion. Pero ang oras, well, definitely not on their side. The immediate approach here is just to make the scoreline look more respectable. But Loyola on their way to a monumental upset here of one of the better contenders the local club football scene has seen in the past few seasons. Coach Roxy Dorlas, Loyola FC in control here, making the most out of their opportunities. Well, the ball still in play, Pavone. Ivanovsky tracks that one down. Dorado. Magson Dorado looking to shoot. Leaves it for Kenshiro. Back to Magson. Aatras bahagya. Galiana Trujillo trying to connect with Daniels. Wala pa rin. And on the rebound, the follow-up, wala pa rin for Belgira. Well, ball still with Stallion. And another clearance made here. Back-to-back downward headers there just to meet the ball and clear it, Loyola. So Belgira still on the field. Si Lee Xiong-won ang pinalitan. McDaniel trying to send it once more. Balot, Doctora this time to the ground. Kenshiro, still nothing for Stallion. Jesse Semblante with yet another save. On a quick turn by Kurt Dizon. McDaniel, that one took a deflection. Balot, of course, going to the ground. And then the quick turn by Kenshiro Daniels. And now ball back to Stallion. And this time it's Ibrahim. Pero bola mawawala at nakita natin yung depensa ng Loyola. Naturally, bumaba na lahat. A great challenge as well there for Morimoto. It's been quite a difficult match here for Stallion when it comes to converting. Shot creation here. Napatid pa bahagya si Placito. Ivanovsky. Daniels again, the quick turn. Finn. Pupunta sa kaliwa. Dorado. And they concede a corner here, Pavone. 86 and a half now. About 3 more minutes plus added time. Loyola's close to securing the victory, the upset. An in-swinger here for Galiana Trujillo. Good height to that one. It's a scramble. Looks like Abe Placito got a piece of that. Dorado. Balik sa gitna. Daniels. Placito trying. Abe, the back heel. Oh, it just bounces off one of the posts. Ivanovsky. Buhay pa ito for Stallion. But someone's down for Loyola, and it's the keeper. Oh, and a yellow card here for Coach Ernie. Let's take a look at this scramble in the meantime. So, Abe Placito, of course, part of that mad scramble inside the penalty area. Binakhil na lang ni Placito. Good decision, actually. But just inches wide, it bounces off the far post. And Jesse Semblante shaken up here. Siya lang yung goalkeeper dito para sa Loyola. Wala siyang kapalitan rito. Coach Ernie, Finn McDaniel having a brief chat here. Bola pa rin ng Stallion as it stands. But well deep into the second half here. Idadagdag pa rin naman itong stoppage na to. Sa added time, perhaps we're looking at maybe 4 or 5. Tingnan natin kung ilan ang idadagdag sa laro. But definitely Loyola will just try to prevail. Rico Andes. Well, I think the yellow card on Coach Ernie is because yung bola nasa loob pa. And then, so basically that was the call. No? Nag-intervene agad si Coach Ernie kasi yung bola papalabas pa lang from the touchline. And of course, Christian Ivanovsky gustong i-throw in kaagad. Wala pa pala sa labas. And that's why na-yellow card si Coach Ernie Nieras. At nawala pa yung bola rito. Loyola. They flick it forward, intended for Andes sana. Belgira gets tagged. And a bit of time wasting na rin rito, of course, for Loyola as they try to make it official. About to find out kung ilang minuto pa ang idaragdag dito. That short and brief window for Stallion. Ibrahim, iiwan for Magson. 4 minutes of added time officially.
Time, 4 minutes.
That's not a lot. And nakita nyo on that picture, may substitution for Loyola ipapasok. Great timing on the part of Coach Roxy Dorlas to waste away more time here. Some precious seconds off the clock. McDaniel. Bilgira. Clearance once more for Loyola. And a substitution here. Ito na nga, mukhang ang papalitan rito is Ivan Wano. And papasok si number 71. That's Christian Nicolai Peñalosa, who also plays the midfield. So looks like tit for tat change here. Ivan Wano. Great evening for him, without question. After this, it's
Substitution for Loyola FC.
Manila Digger and Davao Aguilas.
Marcel Ivanuano replaced by player number 71.
Throw in here for Stallion Laguna as they find Juan Galiana Trujillo trying to weave, maneuver past 2 defenders. Vitualia just making it difficult. The ball bounces off Pinto Noguera, who is now wearing that captain's armband. Placito. The lob inside, but Anderson is there. Ivanovsky. Fahed Ibrahim trying to keep it in play. Dorado contra Pavone once more. Forosuelo has been decked and hindi raw shoulder to shoulder. Pete Forosuelo. Great job defensively on an individual level as well. One of the two center backs here along with Philip Anderson. 3-0 conquest in the making for Loyola. As we have just about maybe 90 more seconds here. Semblante. Scramble in the middle. It will remain with Loyola. Mukhang handball. Moments away to make it all official. A monumental upset for the ages here for Loyola FC. As the new era continues. Andes a quick turn against Matt Nieras. They lose control. Nagatulakan pa bahagya. Nieras. Placito. Bibigay muna kay Llamas. A header para masalo ni Llamas. Ivanovsky. Stallion running out of time here, and it's most definitely they won't win it. Pinto Noguera dispossesses itong si Ivanovsky, and that one takes a deflection, and they will leave it for Llamas, and they will restart this one. And definitely could be the final sequence here, final possession of the match. And Pedro gets in the path as well. Pass back muna for Semblante. Good decision on the part of Pete Forosuelo. Semblante sends a long one. And that final whistle may just sound anytime here. Morimoto, hindi pa tapos ang Loyola rito. Although they finally lose control. And that is the confirmation, an upset for the ages here for Loyola FC as this new era takes a brilliant step forward. And you can definitely say Viva Loyola. What an afternoon, especially for this man of the match. No other than Rico Andes. A brace. One in the 10th minute. And then another in the second half. And icing on the cake na lang yung pangatlong goal ni Anderson Pinto Noguera. All Loyola in this match. And that's the scoreline on your screens.
Loyola FC 3.
What a win here. Rico Andes again in the 10th and in the 73rd. And then dinagdagan pa ng isa ni Pinto Noguera in the 83rd. What a moment for Loyola. What a victory. And a portent of things to come. Only the second win for Loyola in this season. Up to 6 points now. And what an opponent of choice to take down for Coach Roxy Dorlas. And that does it for us for this part of the live broadcast. But don't go away. We still have Davao and Manila Digger up next. But for now, Stallion 0, Loyola 3. A monumental upset for the ages for Loyola FC as they turn the page to the next chapter for their club's storied history here in the Philippines Football League. At sa lahat ng bumubuo ng Match Day Media, this has been Levi Verora on the call saying wherever you are, wherever you're from, the passion, the power, the Philippines Football League on the rise in this 2024-2025 season. The live broadcast presentation. Again, hatid sa atin ng Match Day Media. Don't go away. Kick off at 7 p.m. Davao and Manila Digger. For this part, of course, we send you now to a break. Magkita-kita po ulit tayo at 7 p.m. We'll see you more at the games.